Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I am somebody's daughter. I am just giving an update as to where we are. I uploaded I think about 4 days ago, and we have been at the homeless shelter since Saturday, so tomorrow it will be 1 full week, and it's not been terrible at all. The kids are not too bummed out about being able to be here. There's like a playroom, there's a whole playground, and there was donations for both of the kids for their age groups. And my birthday was on Tuesday, and they gifted me quite a few things, and ever since I got here, I've been feeling nothing but the unconditional love of my Lord and Savior. I feel like I was really guided to coming here. I think it was divine intervention, and because, like I said, the place that I was staying, the place that me and my boyfriend rent a room from, is a small room, and we have 2 aquariums in there with 3 cats and me and my boyfriend, so it's a tiny little space, and so there's not really a whole lot of room for both of my kids. They really need like the extra room to be able to do crazy stuff. Like right now my daughter's standing on something she's not supposed to, but
Come in.
but there's a lot of love and support here, and people see me. I haven't had any type of conflict when it comes to anything really. Like, people understand where I'm coming from, and that this was a good decision because the father of my children was getting overwhelmed with having 4 kids, you know, just swarming, and him working 3rd shift, and his wife also working, and them both trying to do everything that's expected, you know, parenting wise, on top of life and stuff. So I asked the kids the other day how they felt about being away from their dad, and they said that they really miss him. And so I asked the father of my children if he would want them to come back, or if he was okay with them coming back because they missed him. And he said that he missed them too, and that the break was really good for him. So I let him know that I'm willing to take the kids for a couple hours during the week so that, you know, he can get a break and stuff, because I can only imagine, like, with just me and my 2 kids, they definitely drive me crazy. So I can't imagine 4 of them, to be honest with you. So letting him know that I'm ready to support all for the team, you know. So it's looking really good. This is my weekend to have with the kids, so I want to have them for this weekend, and then when I drop them off to school on Monday, then they will be getting picked up by their dad. A nice little hiatus, and everybody here at the rescue mission has been so supportive. And like I said in my previous video, we showed up with only my car and the clothes that we had, and they've given us food, shelter, hot shower, a warm bed, and this quality time with my kids that I really needed. Like, I was not in a good place, thinking the absolute worst things, because as a mom you can't help but catastrophize sometimes. So I've been going to see my therapist, and she is pretty much validating why I am so fearful about certain things. and she's helping me to gain more perspective on trying to stay away from those catastrophic thoughts, and to instead kind of focus on what we can control. So for me, this hiatus has helped me to feel more in control of my emotions by being able to be with my children. And when I like when I'm like, oh, who wants to cuddle, and they're like down for it, I'm like, yes, those are my babies, I made those. So I'm really fucking excited. I'm very grateful. I'm honestly like, I cannot be any more grateful. Like, I'm looking at my struggle and I'm like, wow, like a bitch really be suffering. But it is quite beautiful when you look at it from the perspective of like everything comes down to being secure in the Lord, and being supported by people who also follow the teachings of Jesus in the essence to love unconditionally and to provide where there is a need. And last night we went to a church service, and me and my kids are, and the music's going, and you can feel that drum in your chest, and you're just like, wow, I was the whole time I was trying to fight back tears. I know that normally people would cry, and I normally would cry too, but I wasn't sad. I was more just so grateful that, I was being able to experience everything that I was experiencing, as well as like my daughter, like she put her hand up and she was like praising, and I'm like, oh, this is my baby. And my son was kind of getting into it too. So I was like really happy that, they felt that. And to think that if I hadn't have came here with my kids when I needed to, that they wouldn't have been able to experience that moment where everybody around them was praising Jesus, and they were learning more about why suffering is so important, because life is pain, but it's not for nothing. Like we go through hard times in order to find those silver linings that make that suffering worth it. And more oftentimes than not, when we are able to know a certain kind of suffering, it ends up giving us a little bit of comfort when we do find somebody who has gone through similar circumstances, and we're able to provide some type of insight, or to at least sit with them in that pain, and to know, or for someone else to know that somebody gets that. So we are together in our suffering, and it's beautiful if we have the bravery to see it that way. So just a little update of where we're at, and it's looking like we're going to check out on Monday, and then I'm gonna go back to the room that we're renting, and then we'll be back on the schedule. And if Steven needs any help or needs a break or something, he knows that he can come and I will, or he can ask me for help, and that I'm going to be there for him, because like I don't want him to be overwhelmed, and I know what it's like to be an overwhelmed parent, and I don't want that on anybody ever. Like I would rather be able to be there for people who really need it than for somebody to be as stressed out as I have been. So definitely getting some new understandings on the situation, and finding even more intricate ways to be grateful and to just appreciate my life for the beauty that is the suffering behind it. So that is where we're at. And if you see my previous video, I mentioned that I'm running for cover girl for Inked magazine for 2023, and if you're watching this video or you made it to the end of this video and you want to support my cause, I'm going to leave a link in the description box below, as well as refer to my my Instagram, which is dangerlust888. And I have another account that is more familiar. I have more content on my Divinely Loved channel. It's Divinely, DIVINELYLOVED 1111, so 1111. So if you're interested in supporting me, I also have another YouTube channel, which is the Divinely Loved 1111. And on that channel, I discuss a lot of like where I have came in my spiritual journey, like how I have embarked on my spiritual journey. A lot of those videos are talking about the major arcana series of the Fool's Journey. And I give examples of my life and how each stage of that journey, examples like of how I also have embodied those energies. So I will try my best to put a link in that description box, and thank you for joining me and watching this video. I appreciate you, and yeah, that's where we're at. Make sure to drink water and appreciate yourself, because you're amazing, and don't let the man get you down. Unless it's Jesus and it's for the suffering that evolves into a greater understanding. I'll leave you on that one. Have a good night, day, whatever you're having. Make the best out of the situation that you have, and may God bless you.